Yeah, alright everyone, welcome back. Good morning, all that stuff. Yeah, just done cardio, 50 minutes. Excuse me. Ooh, out of breath. So yeah, this is my warning to Brett Mayer. No, it's not what you think. Brett, get yourself to your local GP ASAP, mate, because I've just watched that video where he was driving around casually in your car. My God. You sound like you've got a panting dog next to you. I mean, your lungs are not pumping enough oxygen into your heart, my friend. You are going to keel over within a couple of years. Honestly, if you don't sort out your cardio or get your heart checked out and maybe get on some stuff prescribed from the hospital, immediately. That is a worrying sign, my friend. I know someone from back in the day who had similar symptoms, yeah? They're no longer with us. That's all I'm saying, mate. Mate, you are seriously obese. You're 22 stone, yeah? It's one thing going to the gym, doing all the, weights and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? But you have to put in the cardio. You have to do some walking, running, cycling, something, mate. There is not enough oxygen being pumped into your heart. I cannot make this any more desperate. This is a plea from a fellow human being to you, mate. Get yourself checked out. This is not Mickey tape. This is not trolling. This is sincere concern, mate. You are on a slippery slope to a cardiac arrest, trust me. And should the Bash fight go ahead? Who knows? Who cares? It'll probably be more even than we think. I mean, it's likely to be a draw. And if Bash does get his head caved in, who cares? Who cares? He's been warned enough. He's punch drunk. He's rather stupid. So I couldn't care less. I'm not like one of the simps that come on here. Oh, Bash, don't fight. You'll get hurt, possibly maimed, Do what you want, mate. Do what you want. Live by the sword, die by the sword, and all that stuff. I'm not, look, Deca Heggie, Paul Dumbo Venice, Danny Christian, all coming on here being do-gooders. No, don't fight, Bash. And Brett May thinking he deserves someone to chuck him 10 grand to not fight Bash. How about I pay you £10 to fight Bash, yeah? That's all you're worth, mate. Couldn't care less what happens to Bash. He's had far too many warnings. You know what I mean? He's chose to ignore them. It's on him. Who cares what happens? Who cares, what happens? Anyway, so Deca, once again, getting on the simp train. And look, Deca, I've got no problem with you, yeah? I sincerely wished you turned your life around, yeah, like I told you. I don't know what you're on. All right, you're managing to keep your eyes open now. That's a step in the right direction. But once again, coming on defending Laszlo. You know Laszlo, right? Laszlo's gonna be a singer. Listen, I will mimic Leslie, and that ain't even nothing to do with the Leslie, is it Leslie Rind or whatever her fucking name is? It was a joke to do with Big Brother, but because she happened to be called Leslie, I just mocked it along, you know what I mean? As you know, it sounds nothing like Leslie. Yeah, it's some Big Brother contestant from way back when, yeah? And I will continue. But about you respect me, like you like me, but that's bullying. And mate, and you're trying to, once again, Deca, when have you ever put your hands in the air and took the blame for anything you've done? It's always excuses, mate. Oh, the toilet incident, I was 22, I was on the drink, she encouraged me in, bloody. All right. Same with the exes. Same with that minor, you know what I mean? Same with the motoring offence. Same reason you got locked up on 3 different occasions in 2.5 years. Same reason you got deported. Same reason you and Chew fell out. Never your fault, is it, mate? I'm not going to come on here and attack you like certain others, but I'm just going to give you a reality check. It's never your fault. You're in denial, mate. And people like you, do you know what I mean? You actually believe you're better than you are. I mean, you're not an actor. To be fair, you're a stuntman. Yeah, all your roles, all your acting roles. Yeah, and sorry if I'm upsetting all your simp followers. All your acting roles have been just you throwing people around or whacking a brick on someone or getting it over the head with a lampshade or spanners and it's just fighting, stuntman stuff. No, nothing acting. Nothing where you actually do a few lines. Apart from the ones that go up your nose on the daily, of course. So yeah, saw Banter JDP and Video Craig last night. What can I say? It was amicable. It was... Not a lot happened. Not a lot happened. It was not that exciting, to be fair. It was civil. There was a few giggles. There was big numbers. Congratulations on the numbers, Jake. That's good stuff. It shows your channel ain't shadow banned when you got the tossers around and you got Video Craig then, innit? People must have just lost interest. It happens, innit? Popularity dips from time to time. Yeah, Danny G come on once again. He didn't bring anything to the party. None of these people actually bring any... They all just want to be friends behind the scenes. You see them all, you know. Okay, look, can we work this out, you know? Oh, I like you. No, but I like you more, you know. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? I'm the only one that comes on here, gives it to you straight, you know? Not worried about being in a clique. Not worried about being in a cult or all that shit. All that lot, they need friends. They need pretend YouTube friends. Then they fall out with these YouTubers. Then they need pretend YouTube beef, pretend YouTube call-outs, pretend non-existent fights, and then an even pretender 16 weeks training camp. But the funny thing is, none of them ever train. Look at Shadow Bacon. Sat there vaping like a good one with his baby super, mate. Oh, he's going to get fit. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Jake's going to get fit. He had 2 big pies on his community post with fucking tomato ketchup on top. 4 slices of white bread. Jake, mate, fucking hell. King of the Meltdowns has once again privated his videos. What can I say? Christopher, John, Edward, Leonard, James, Murphy is an absolute wet wipe. I'll tell you where he went wrong with his roast. I'll tell you why his roasts are not roasts and he always loses, yeah? He comes on here, he explains himself. That's what he's doing wrong. He explains himself, he makes excuses, he repeats himself, he shouts, he just calls names. You know, you Doylem, you this, you that, you know, you Botox bastard, you get what I mean. There isn't really a constructive roast. The best roast he probably ever done was against me. And, you know, I've got to put my hands up and say that's the best stuff he's ever done. He got roasted by Stun Gun Paddy. Facts, yeah? What is up, guys? Stun Gun roasted him into oblivion. Stun Gun's channel got a strike. I'll leave you to come to your own conclusion about that. Wanted a back and forth with this one, that one, and that one. When he gets the back and forth, like when he got the back and forth with narrative, jizz, he has a meltdown. He disappears. He gets very erratic. His behaviour becomes very strange. It's just strange and it's awkward, you know? Chris, stop coming on here getting defensive. You're meant to be on the attack. That is what you call a roast. Not coming on here and say, oh, well, you see, this was this many years ago. She sent me these emails. I went to the solicitor. I've done it. And I love Chris. I really do. This is not a personal attack at him and this, you know, and sod the super thanks, you know what I mean? This is just me being real, you know? I love Chris. He's my favourite YouTuber on this corner, yeah, apart from JDP, yeah? That's all I'm saying. But the roasts are weak. They're weak. And, yeah, the one against Video Craig basically had the last laugh, didn't he, really? Well, you come on here shouting, screaming, behaving very childlike, you know. He was just cool, calm and collected and roasted you. And then you sat there on your sofa looking really depressed, really fed up, like, you know. And when you do get a back and forth, you have a meltdown, like I said. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's all, people. Gonna go and do me weights in about 10 minutes. Just like I said, just had me cardio. And this probably be the only video of today. You know, I'll see you when I see you. God bless.